LOX, yeah. J-Lo, yeah, yo, we off the block this year.
Went from a low to a lot this year.
Everybody mad at the rocks that I wear.
I know where I'm going and I know where I'm from. You hear locks in the air.
Yeah, we at the airport out. D-block from the block where everybody Air Forced out.
With a new white tee, you fresh. Nothing phony with us. Make the money, get the mansion, bring the homies with us.
By the rocks that I got, I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. From the living color to movie scripts to all the six to J-Lo to this headline clips. I stay grounded as the amounts roll in. I'm real, I thought I told ya. I'm real, even on no bruh. That's just me. Nothing phony, don't hate on me. What you get is what you see. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. I'm down to earth like this, rocking this business. I've grown up so much, I'm in control and loving it. Rumors got me laughing, kid. Love my life and my public. Put God first and can't forget to stay real. To me, it's like breathing. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
Yo, it take hard work to cash checks, so don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. Their assets.
You get back what you put out. Even if you take the good route, can't count the hood out.
After a while, you'll know who to blend with. Just keep it real with the ones.
Don't ever forget where you came from. That is what they're saying right there. Don't ever forget where you came from. What's going down, people? We may have a little bit of an internet problem this evening. I am not sure. We got sound is going good. I know that for sure. How we sounding, folks? We're going to have Danny come in a little bit from Puerto Rico. How we sounding? How we looking? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumb down. I don't know. I know the stream might be a little off. Yeah, that was it right there. That intro was great. Looking good. Thank you, Sonny. Thank you. We are good, Mustang Mike. Well, thank you. Well, you know what it is? You got a little bit of different generations here. Different generations. Different things going on. What is that? Looking good, Danny? To me, it looks like we lag. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It could just be me. I don't know. It might be me. Last night we had an issue with the internet. The internet was a disaster. So hopefully we're good tonight. I don't know. I'm a caveman. You are a caveman. That's right. But the good thing about that song is what she's speaking about is that, don't forget where you came from. Tape delay by 5 seconds. No, we can't do that. We ain't doing that. So we're going to have Danny jump on in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk a little Puerto Rico. I find it very, very interesting. There's things that we can learn that we don't learn. You know, you want to learn things in a simple way. You want to learn things in simplicity. Some people can deliver to you everything you need to know in a short amount of time. So we have a true gentleman that's gonna come on tonight. Let's get Danny in. Let me send Danny the link. See if Danny wants to come up a little bit over here. My boy Danny. Where is my StreamYard tonight? So I may be in and out of screen over here, guys. Okay? If I'm in and out of screen, forgive me. All right? Yes. All right. Let me see. Copy that link. And we're just going to have a little chat. Remember what we do here. We just talk shop over here. That's all we do. We talk shop over here. Hello, SPK. How are you? Okay, you be careful on that turnpike, SPK. Be careful, man. The New Jersey Turnpike is no joke. So I wanted to have Danny on. Number one, to talk about his podcast. Nothing's number one. We just talk. And we're going to talk a little. Jay was from my old neighborhood in the Bronx, not far from where I grew up. She was a tomboy. That's interesting. She was a tomboy, huh? But you never forget where you came from. That's the number one thing, right, Gerard? You guys know how I am. Yes. SBK, you pay attention to the road. Don't you worry about YouTube, because you listen, hang out, do your thing. Hopefully I'm sounding good. Hopefully we're feeling good. I feel good tonight. I mean, the bad news calls, they just keep on coming in. I'm getting them left and right, left and right, left and right. Getting these calls left and right. Danny, I sent you the link. Anytime you want to jump on, you could jump on. We're going to have a little conversation. And that's it. We keep it nice. We keep it nice. Montouk. How are you, Montauk? Montouk, how are you? Nice to see you. Adam Crevorcier, SPK, Dave T from Boston. Right? Joey Pope is right there. Yep. Let's go back up to the top. Yep. Gerard is right there. Mustang Mike, SPK again. Benny is here. Hello, Ben. What's going on, Mr. Ben? A lot of coppers on that New Jersey Turnpike. You better believe it. Okay, we got Danny in the background. What's going on, my man?
How you doing?
You all right, cuz?
I'm good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we're flowing good. Everything's nice?
Yeah, flowing well.
What's going on out there? So you're in Puerto Rico right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm in Puerto Rico. A lot is going on, I guess. But yeah, they just had elections yesterday. I remember talking about the rules with the not drinking or whatever. But to simplify things, the statehood party won yesterday. So the pro-statehood party, the PNP, it's called.
What is it called?
But
I can't hear you that good. You got to come closer to your thing.
Yeah. To the mic?
You didn't work out that microphone thing, or did you?
I think I did. Is it like this?
I don't know if you're on it.
Hold up. Let me see.
I hear you. Yeah, you're a little low. They're saying you're a little low, but.
Okay. 1 second. Hold up.
Are you on a computer or your phone?
I'm on my phone. How does it, I mean, it's connected.
You're talking actually into the phone, so you probably got to go into it.
Okay.
Take your time. We're in no rush here, man. We're learning. We're learning together. That's all. That's what we're doing. You shut off the camera.
Okay, wait. So how do you? Because I just recorded something with the mic on and it worked.
That's different. So you got to go into StreamYard.
Okay.
Go into settings. Go into settings in StreamYard.
Okay.
Then you're going to see audio settings.
1 second. I have to add. Wait. Let me see.
You're going to see
Settings,
audio settings, and then you pick either.
Audio. Okay, got it. Wait, why is it only showing? Showing iPhone.
What is it? What is the other part of your thing is plugged in, or is it Bluetooth?
It's plugged in. This
plugged
is plugged in. This is.
It's plugged into the phone.
Yeah, it's only showing the iPhone. Here, let me. I can switch. Hold up.
Is it plugged into the phone?
It is plugged into the phone. Yeah.
So you should be able to go into StreamYard, go into audio, and pick whatever that is. Default.
Yeah, I know it's a Rode microphone, but it just says iPhone microphone. I don't know why it's like that.
You know,
yeah, if it
obviously
doesn't work, I can switch to the computer real quick.
When you're closer to it, it works. But when you're far away, it's a little hard to hear you.
Hold up.
Let me welcome everybody in. Hello, Jake L. Antonella.
Yeah,
good evening. Nice to see you, Antonella. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hello there. What else? We got Mikey here. All right, Jake L. I don't know. I've seen you here. Yes, I think I have. Okay, we got Antonella up there. We got Adam Cavorcier. We got Latin Butterfly. Latin Butterfly is in the building. All right, Patrick Ortega. Fancy Nancy. All right, we got a nice little group up in here tonight. Beautiful, beautiful 36. Come on in, guys. He banged out. He'll come back. Listen, we're all learning over here. Nothing is perfect. We're all learning over here. It's nothing. We don't have any. We just go with it, and wherever it goes,
There
right?
we go. I mean, it was working before the road mics, but I'm learning.
All right. So, let's see. All right. Let's see. So, if they say they don't hear you, just come a little closer to your phone. That's
Yeah,
all. I don't know. I don't know if you
I'm on the computer, so I think it should be a little bit better.
You're on the computer now.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's going on out there? So, you had elections yesterday.
Had
It's much
elections.
different than it is here. It's totally different.
Completely different, yeah, because it's not a. I went to school for politics, so I'm not going to get too into the woods, but like tripartite means three parties, right? Tre partiti, whatever, in Italian, right? So this is kind of like a tripartite system. There's three parties, three major parties, as opposed to the two major parties in America. There's the PNP, the Liberato Associato, the party, and then there's the Independentista party, the PIP. So pretty much the basic teaching of this is one wants statehood, which is the one that won, and they're more conservative, kind of. One wants independence, so Puerto Rico to become an independent state, completely independent from the U.S., to have its own autonomy, its own sovereignty. And then there's the third one that came in third place, is the one that wants the status quo. So it's clear that Puerto Ricans in general, and I've talked to enough to know, that the status quo is not working for them, and they want to change of some sort, right? Because the two parties that are winning are statehood and independence. So in first place was the pro-statehood party, then the independence party got the most votes they've ever gotten, 31% of the vote. So there's the question, obviously, of independence. So to make it simple, Puerto Rico was taken as a spoil of war, as they call it. They took the Philippines and Guam as well. They let the Philippines go, and then Puerto Rico was taken from Spain, a colony of Spain, and then they became independent for like a year.
1897, is that then?
1898.
1898.
They were independent for like a year, and before that, before the Americans attacked them, because they were attacking a Spanish colony. So it's part of Spain during the Spanish-American War. So they took it as a spoil of war, mainly because it just strategically makes sense for them. It's near Florida. The Philippines, if we own the Philippines, it'd be kind of weird. They're way out there. Like we don't. I'm kidding. No. That's not gonna work. But so we let them go after 10 years. We had a 10-year plan, and there's a lot of people that want the same for Puerto Rico, for them to be let go from the proverbial teat of America financially, gubernatorially, and there's a lot of problems here, mainly blackouts, brownouts, all that kind of stuff, power outages, very common. Don't be surprised if the computer cuts, because
these are the things that happen there. It's a known fact. We know, it's not.
And so you go ahead.
So the vote, what was voted on yesterday, is trying to break away from or come more of a part of.
Become a state. Become a state of the United States. It would be the 51st state.
Wow.
So there's a large, but I'm not going to indicate necessarily what part. I didn't vote, but
okay, it doesn't matter.
But the idea, I can get into people's heads. Obviously, the idea is becoming a state would be better than what it is now. So if they were the 51st state, number one, we'd have to change the flag and everything that contains the flag, every shirt with an American flag on it.
That's tough, man. It's tough. It's the heritage is there. It's
American flag. It's been updated. So there, the idea is, become a state. And the problem with that, obviously, is if it becomes a state, then they would get 2 senators. There's only like 3 million people here.
Yeah. 2 senators. Okay.
The question of like power, do we want to give an island of a bunch of people that don't even speak English 2 senators? This is how people think in general. Yeah. So, but there's actually a lot of like Marco Rubio, some conservative people that want it to become a state. So that's pretty much like the status right now, is that the status quo is not working, I guess.
Wow. So the majority of people are saying that the status quo is not working.
Yeah, it's because 60% of them voted for people that
60%?
I think 65 maybe, because 31 voted for Dalmar, and then 40%, might have been 70%, closer to 70%.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Something to change. Yeah, it's a huge percentage. And I was walking in the area yesterday, and there are people flying the party flags and beeping the horns and everything.
Yeah. Look, you get some questions coming in. Fancy Nancy.
Yeah, go ahead. So everybody speaks English to some degree. If you go to, it's like Italy almost. Like if you go to way in the countryside where they haven't seen people in 100 years, they're going to speak just Spanish. Like the very rural areas mainly speak Spanish. Yeah, it's designated technically as an unincorporated under the 17th Amendment, I believe, unincorporated territory of the United States. That's its official designation. Also known as a Commonwealth, also known as Free Association. There's like 3 different names for it.
I'm really happy you're on, my man. I mean,
thank you.
This is something, we're speaking in simple terms here. This is what we do here. And
breaking it down.
We can't get this anywhere else. There's no men like you around, young men like you around.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get information simple in a half hour or so. I saw that. And just just get a little knowledge. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Conversation is great, and just learning things without getting into so much background story. Yeah. Just the important
and the politics
things.
Of it. It's not important.
Yeah.
Inform. Get informed.
And that's the world that we are in today. People want the information quick.
Yeah.
Precise and out. That's the TikTok world we're in.
Yeah. TikTok generation is what they call it, right?
It's the TikTok world we're in. So that's what happened yesterday. Okay, does he want? Do you? They're asking your opinion. What do you feel about it?
So the way I feel, it's a little bit complicated, but I'm not. I think the status should change. I think an independent Puerto Rico would be good. There's part of me that's a nationalist at heart that wants Puerto Rico to be its own thing, in a way. Because you look at Cuba's a communist country and everything, but Cuba was flourishing in the 1950s. If you remember, you've seen The Godfather or whatever. When
no, it's true. It's a beautiful place. Yeah,
it was a flourishing place, but Puerto Rico didn't get the chance to do that because they were colonized by the United States. And in the 50s, actually, to just give you a bit of information, in 1950 was the only time the United States has ever violated what's called the Posse Comitatus Act. A Posse Comitatus, it's some Latin for something, I don't know. But it's, I think commit is the comitatus part. But so it means that the American government, the American army is completely prohibited in all cases from attacking American citizens on American soil. They've never done it before until 1950 when there was an uprising in favor of Puerto Rican nationalism, independence, whatever. And they bombed 2 towns in Puerto Rico. And no one
did that?
About it.
Who did that?
The American government, the American Army, the Air Force.
They really did. What year? When is that?
1950.
Really?
Yeah. Because there was an uprising.
So was the goal to calm things down or to attack?
Yeah, the idea was to pretty much. I mean, they were killing. They killed a couple people, 7 people, but the idea was to calm things down, or to quell the uprising, because the nationalist figure, the father of nationalism, Don Pedro Albizu Campos, who was the first person of color, of any color, black. He was black, but he was Puerto Rican. He went to Harvard Law School. He was the valedictorian. He was the first person of color to ever go to Harvard Law School in the 1920s.
That's amazing.
And he was the father, and he was locked up a million times, in and out of jail. The government pretty much killed him. That's a different story. But he just got out of jail in 1950, and they thought it was going to be a huge thing. So there was an uprising, and they literally flew planes over Jayuya and Utuado, 2 towns next to each other in Puerto Rico, and they used like machine guns out the windows of fighter jets or whatever they had back then.
It's unbelievable.
And bombed towns or houses, rather, people that were completely uninvolved. There's been so many massacres. There's a Ponce massacre, 1937, not sure exactly on the year, but there was so many people killed. The 9-year-old girl was killed, just because they were demonstrating. So there's a history of this. Not going to get into everything, but there's a history of this sentiment, this nationalist sentiment. And I believe that, like I said, if Puerto Rico had the chance that Cuba did, and other, because their main industry right now is just tourism, really.
Yeah. So hold on. Yeah, that's a good point. I want to get to that.
Yeah.
If I was from Puerto Rico, the way I am, I would not want to be part of the States. I am completely sympathized with that nation, at least through the last administration. What do you think about that, Danny? What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Gianni, what you? ¿Cómo está? But my Sicilian friend. So yeah, it's been tough. I believe.
What do you feel?
Yeah, basically, I believe that it should be independent, but I believe that it should be a process like the Philippines. I don't believe in like violent uprisings like there were.
No. Remove all the violence, all of that.
No, but I think that there should be a process where they become their own independent. Because the problem that I would underline the most, take my nationalist sentiment out of it, my half Puerto Rican blood out of it,
Totally remove that.
and just thinking logically, they ruined the economy in Puerto Rico because they switched it from a sugar economy to a coffee economy, like agriculture based. And now there's no agriculture at all, pretty much, and it's all tourism. All the money comes from tourism.
So that's what I was going to ask.
Focusing on tobacco. When have you ever heard of a Puerto Rican cigar? Right.
Right.
They used to have bunches. They used to make cigars like crazy, but the United States, they completely changed their economy. So it's a complex situation. But yeah, I believe like a thing like the Philippines, where they give them 10 years to wean them off of the necessity of having the United States be part of them. But it's a foreign place. I mean, when you come here, they start speaking Spanish. It's a different place, and I think there's a lot of other instances of things like this with like Ireland and the Basque country, and like lots of like autonomous peoples that want to have their own country type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they want to be totally independent. That's
like the IRA guys.
It's a tough thing to be totally independent because. So you got a lot of different topics that are intertwined here that go with this whole economy. You can't, Puerto Ricans can't vote, which I think totally sucks, in my opinion, because you are governed by the U.S. Yeah. So that part is a little weird to me. Is that the only Commonwealth or state in the nation that cannot vote but is governed? Is Puerto Rico the only one?
Guam is the other one, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Not 100% sure if they can vote. There's very few people in those places. But let me see.
Okay, so I'm going to jump around a little bit here and there. We're going to jump around a little bit.
Guam,
as far as go ahead. You see a comment? Yeah.
No, I said Guam can vote.
Oh, Guam can vote.
I don't know why.
So it's basically Puerto Rico.
No, they can vote, but Puerto Rico can't for president. It's very odd.
Puerto Rico can't. Right. That's what I mean. Yes.
And to give you kind of the psychology of the United States, how they treated Puerto Rico, they made Puerto Ricans actual citizens in 1917. They became a territory in 1898. But not until 1917 did they make them citizens. And why did they make them citizens? Because they were about to go to World War I, and they wanted Puerto Ricans in the draft.
More bodies, huh?
Yeah, and a lot of Puerto Ricans died. Puerto Ricans have fought in every war since the First World War.
I do know that. I don't know if everybody knows that, but they did fight in every war. They've been in the wars.
Yeah. And now there's the whole diaspora thing, just like any other group, Italians and everybody else has diasporas. There's more Puerto Ricans in the United States now than there is here in Puerto Rico.
Look at that. You see, this is what I talk about this show over here. These are the things that happen over here. It's amazing.
Yes, Vietnam. Yes, they fought in Vietnam and there's
everything.
War heroes and everything. Yeah, they've done everything. Yeah, you played Jenny from the block. That's my dad's neighborhood where she was from.
Johnny, 1917, they became a U.S. territory.
Yeah. Became incorporated or unincorporated territory.
You see, people love this stuff, Danny.
There you go. Hi, Nancy.
It's great stuff, man, because this internet's a cesspool, right? You know that.
Oh, yeah, forget about it.
It's a cesspool. We met through Joey. We met on Joey's show, me and you.
Joey's show.
And we were both on the same time, and we sparked up a friendship from there on.
We are. Yeah.
Now where is your pop?
My pop is here. He's here.
Now, but your pop was in the South Bronx?
He was in the South. He grew up most of his life in the South Bronx, El Barrio, those kinds of neighborhoods. In the 1970s, 60s, 70s, yeah.
So he was born in Puerto Rico or born in New York?
No, born here. Born here.
He was born in Puerto Rico.
No, here. No, born in El Barrio, and but his parents were from Puerto Rico. Yeah, but they
were from Puerto Rico. He was born over here.
Yeah, so he was.
And you know what?
He's fluent Spanish. He grew up. He taught me everything. It's.
Look, It's 35 minutes from where I'm at right now. And the history is just absolutely incredible. It's incredible because you got these backstories that people don't hear about. And it's really, really great, interesting stuff. It's really good. Look, I'm not an educated individual. Obviously, you just
You're
graduated.
educated in a different way, Tommy.
I know that. Obviously, you just graduated, and we congratulated you on
Thank
and all of that. So Danny graduated college in when was that?
May.
In May.
Yeah, I
Right.
think we talked on the show in June or something, maybe.
Yeah. So
One of those lives, yeah.
so you got all different things going on. You got a man with life experience. You got a man with education. His
And
father and your father is a. So your
My
father
father-
goes back and forth, or he is really a Bronx guy.
He's a Bronx guy, but he feels perfectly at home. He's been here a million times, yeah.
He speaks so well, man.
Oh yeah, he's a well-spoken guy.
He
Yeah.
speaks so well. He's educated, right?
Yeah, he went to Vassar, yeah, which is a very good school. Better school
So
than I
he-
went to. So
School.
Vassar, yeah.
Wow. So he changed what would have been, you know.
Hey, listen, he had an uncle that was,
Yeah.
let's say,
Yep.
involved.
Yep.
I think we mentioned that there, but he was involved with some of the guys that
Yeah.
that we talk about in this area of YouTube sometimes.
I know.
And got killed. So when my dad would turn 18, I believe he got killed when he was young. So
Yeah.
that maybe had a big effect on him, but he was always a smart guy. So yeah, things change generations over generations. Things change like crazy. And what's also odd is or interesting is you're from Newark, correct?
Belleville, Newark.
Belleville.
Area, born in Newark. Yep.
So Wyclef, I'm making a connection here between me and
South Orange.
South Orange, yes,
Yep.
right? But
Yes.
started in Newark basements and all
Yeah.
that.
Right. Yeah. It's all the same. We're all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same.
I know.
Yeah.
it's so small that
Yeah. We're so
it runs into
tight.
each
Yeah.
other. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
What's it called? Watercolors just runs in.
Yeah. It's
So
all
anyway,
once together.
Wyclef is was my mentor really when I was
Really?
19. Yeah, so he was from there. He used to talk about Jersey, and I'm making kind of a Wyclef, Newark, and also a Puerto Rico connection because remember Big Pun, the
Of course, absolutely.
biggest rapper other than Biggie at one point.
100%.
That was one of the names of one of his songs, 100%.
There you go. See, I'm an old young guy.
It's about Puerto Rico. It's about being Puerto Rican, 100%. Because he's.
I love it.
Puerto Rican.
And
he's from my dad's neighborhood.
See, I'm happy that I can relate to so many different generations,
People,
cultures.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if that's a product of being from around here, where all these are mixed together. I don't know. I don't know. I can conversate with everybody about a little bit about everything, and
yeah. That's
works.
a very, very powerful trait to have because a lot of people don't know how to talk these days. They can't even hold a conversation with like a stranger at a coffee shop or something. It's like
I can definitely do that with no problem, without a problem.
Yeah,
And so can you, though.
oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Now, your father's very confident individual, speaks well,
Yes.
and knows he's speaking well.
Oh yeah,
He does.
He's
And that's not an
ignorance.
ignorance or an arrogance. That is a confidence, which is a great trait. It's an amazing trait to have.
Thank you. Well,
Because when you have that, you can deliver a message, you can hold a conversation. And I will tell you, with the podcast that you guys released today, it was straight up, right to it. There was no like, let me think. There was none of that.
Yeah, we cut all that out. No, I'm kidding. It really wasn't edited at all.
No, but there was none of that. You guys just
No,
flowed. The conversation was incredible.
Yeah. And
So
didn't
that
really-
was your first run at it, right?
Yeah, that was our first run at it. We threw an idea out of him talking about that experience that he had, and people can watch the Vida Latina Upstate podcast if you want to. But he talks about running with the police when he was in Troy, which is like kind of a suburb of Albany, but it's all Albany and its surrounding areas. And that he just threw the idea of talking about that out there. I was like, yeah, we could talk about that. Why not? Because that was kind of his first experience in upstate New York, which is where I'm from. Danny Saratoga, as the name suggests. And but my dad, he's like the mayor of Albany because so many people know him. He walks around Albany. Hey, hey, ¿cómo estás? The whole thing. It's like every single person knows him because he runs he has a church where there's just a center for pretty much Latinos, but everybody that's underprivileged or disadvantaged economically, those kinds of things. It's for the poor and needy, I guess you would say. But it's a church that used to be a church that's now a center for people that need help in some sort of way. And there's events there and everything. And he runs it. He founded it. He's been working for the Latino community for nothing, pretty much, for 20 years. And,
really? It's like a volunteer almost?
In the nonprofit space, it's not like you're raking big bucks necessarily.
I know. So he went to college. He went to university. Got educated. What did he do with that?
What did he do with that? He worked a lot in mediation.
Aviation.
Mediation,
mediation.
Legal stuff, like in courts. With he did a lot of like translating for immigrants and stuff like that. And
he's a good man. He's a
He's
good man. He used the bilinguals. He used everything to his benefit, and he got that dream. He did that dream. So he's here and he's there. He's both places. He's upstate and he's in Puerto Rico. He's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's not bi-coastal, but something like that.
Now he votes over there too, or no? Where you are?
No, he doesn't vote here. No. If he did, I think he'd be. I don't want to speak for him, but he'd probably be the Independence Party. But he's the greatest man I know for sure. He's
of course,
like pretty much working for his own community and trying to give back or give to whatever. It's the podcast and everything's going well. But I wanted to make that Wyclef connection because it's funny the Newark thing, because he used to tell me about Jersey and everything and he told me about Big Pun because I'm Puerto Rican and I was on his album because I used to rap. Very odd. Maybe I don't seem like a rapper. I don't come off that way, but I was a rapper when I was young, and since I was 12, I'm 24 now.
Wow.
And I stopped when I was 22, probably. I just retired. I said, I'm done. Enough of this. I got to mature a little bit, whatever.
Wow.
But I was on his last album that he put out. I was featured on a song called Caribbean Connection. It's called Conexión.
You were on there?
Yeah, I'm on the song. I'm on his album. Yeah. So I've been all over the place, and so far 24 years, I've had a little experience with I went on tour with him. Very interesting.
All over the place, or?
Not all over the place. Certain areas like Rhode Island, and we did South by Southwest, which is a week-long thing. Yeah, I know. It does.
You never know.
Score this shit, Johnny. Score this shit. Forget about it.
Hopefully your pops is watching. Yes, they released their first podcast tomorrow. Today. They released it today. I'm going to put it in my community tab later. You guys can check it out. So, let me see what else we got going on here. Are there bodegas in Puerto Rico? There are in the Bronx.
Everything's a bodega. Todo es una bodega. Everything's a bodega by definition,
Bodega is just a corner store.
Corner store. Yeah, they call it different things in different places.
But they're everywhere. They are everywhere. Let's see what else we got up here.
They have a lot of pharmacies here that sell alcohol. It's very odd. It's a bizarre place.
Ebadio has been called the most decorated Puerto Rican veteran. And the news media and various organizations have called him the most decorated soldier in the Vietnam War. Atario, who's that?
Otero Barreto. Dad, you know who Otero Barreto is?
That's great.
Right now.
I love it.
But he doesn't know. Interesting. Yeah, they did. The war stuff.
Antonella, you mean his pop or Danny? Danny's father did a great job.
He's a great man, my dad. Yeah.
He's a good man. I can't wait to show you guys the podcast they did today. I'll stream it on here a little bit, and you guys will be able to see.
That would be great.
You guys will be able to see what it's about, how well his dad speaks, how well he speaks. This is a true example of a man raising a man. 100%. The true example of that. It's true. It's right here. This is what this is. So we didn't know what we were going to talk about tonight. We were just going to come on, talk a little bit of politics. Now, how do you guys feel about, how does overall Puerto Rico feel about what happened here yesterday? On the whole. Like Trump getting elected. And what's your thoughts? What do you think the overall is, the thoughts are?
If I had to take the pulse of the overall kind of sentiment of Puerto Ricans, it's that their biggest enemy Their biggest enemy is their local government. Really, the governor.
Oh, wow.
They've had governors ousted before for corruption charges and everything like that. One governor was caught in like a group chat saying horrible things about minorities. I don't know, but they've had very, very turbulent. They've been governed in a very turbulent manner. There's always governors being ousted. Mayors of San Juan have been ousted and everything. So they focus. Their biggest enemy really is their local government because there's a lot of corruption. Historically, there's been a lot of corruption. A lot of similar corruption to what they have in the United States with lobbying groups and interest groups and the big this, big that, you know what I mean? Big pharma, big whatever.
Yeah, but it can't be changed because it can't be changed. How does it get changed when you become?
When it becomes independent, that's the question. I mean, cleaning up.
So that's where the line is.
Yeah, I mean, if it becomes a state, then we'll have senators. We'll still have a governor, right here.
You have a governor, but do they have faith in the government?
So I mean, the idea, I guess, is we'd have a vote. We have a voice in Congress. Now that the issue is, presumably, well, not presumably. I know for a fact that because I move in some of these political spaces. This is the work I do. Conservatives just automatically assume that Puerto Rico is going to vote in 2 Democratic senators. That's not true.
I don't think that's true at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, they might not vote in 2 Republicans, but they're not like that. Puerto Ricans are people. They stereotype them because they think of the New Yorican, which is what we are. My dad is, I guess, New Yorican.
You want to get into politics?
Maybe here. Maybe I'll be the king of Puerto Rico. No, I mean, yeah, I work in politics, but in like consulting. But
what are you going into with your education? Where are you going with it?
Where am I going with it? I mean, yeah, I'm in the law school is the obvious route because I have a philosophy, politics, and law degree. Law school is the obvious route. It's also a very expensive route. So I work right now. I'm working for a lobbying consulting firm, and that's at the same time I'm working on some other stuff like a local. I do a lot of stuff. Like I'm working as a mediator.
You have a real good. You have a real good upper hand. You're bilingual and you're educated. So you
trilingual.
Trilingual. Can you imagine? So
English, sí.
Take your time because you have the upper hand. You kind of have the upper hand here because you got a lot of things in your favor.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully.
Well,
but yeah, I was saying about I'm also working as like in real estate, kind of trying to get there's a place called La Sartoria, which is owned by a little Italian immigrant. The exact guy you think would own any place that sells like Italian garments, like the fancy stuff, Quito and all that. I go in there all the time. I became friends with the guy over years. Vincenzo, his name, Cenzino, whatever you want to call him. He's from Basilicata. I don't know if you know. Where's your family from, by the way? I wanted to ask. Naples?
Bari in Italy.
Oh, Bari, okay.
Salerno, Bari.
Salerno and Bari, so Napoli.
And Tiora, Tuarez. Tiora is a small little town, and they are very big on style.
Tiora is in which region?
I don't know. I think it's down below, down by Salerno. It's around there, I believe.
It's Campania.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're Napoli.
So they are very big on style, and flamboyancy is what we understand.
Napoli.
So I don't know if I fit that bill, but it's a part of it. And unfortunately, their reputation is that they are women. They like women. They like a lot of women. They dress nice and they like women. So I don't know. Who knows?
But the reputation of Napolitans in general is they're very flashy. Anybody from the region of Campania, whether it's Salerno, Napoli, whatever, they're all very flashy, dressed flashy. They have like flamboyant personalities. That's a very it's a trope, but it's largely true if you look at certain figures that are Napolitan and everything.
I was in Salerno as a kid. My grandparents lived in Salerno. My grandfather was here. Mm-hmm. He was here, and his name was Dominic Stiliano.
There you go.
That was his name from Italy, Dominic Stiliano, and then he changed it because he could get no work as an Italian.
Really?
So he changed it from Dominic Stiliano to Thomas Stenner, 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 And then finally later on, he says, I can't live this way. I can't, I know. And he changed back Stiliano for the last name.
Yeah.
He went to Salerno. He got educated, became a chiropractor. This is 50 years ago.
Okay.
Became a chiropractor in Salerno, kept Thomas, which is me now.
Yeah. Grandfather.
But he changed the last name back. And I went there when they were living there. My grandparents were living in Salerno in an apartment above a bakery.
Really?
I used to go play down by the Amalfi Coast. It was beautiful.
Wow.
But they never let us learn Italian. You believe that?
Yeah, that's a thing with a lot of. I guess it depends on maybe where they're from in Italy, and also where they go in America, because there's a lot of people I know, and also the generational gap and everything. But as opposed to somebody's fourth generation, they're probably going to know it. But yeah, there's a lot of people that even if their grandparents are from Italy, they don't speak. But they made a point to not. I know a lot of people that did that. Made a point. They
wouldn't speak it in the house.
They wanted to assimilate so badly.
So bad.
There's a great documentary on YouTube. Actually, it's called, I can't remember now exactly, but it's about Italian American immigration, and it's about the whole system, how they came over on the boats, and where they came from, and the fact that the two ports, this is true, the two ports that everybody came out of were Napoli and Genova. So that's why a lot of people are named Genovese, a lot of people are Napolitano, because they came from those ports, and they put their name. Instead of their name, they would put the port that they came from. So somebody named Napoli or Di Napoli or whatever, just because might have been because they came out of the port of Napoli where they were.
Unbelievable.
It's very interesting. I can't remember now what the name of it was, but very interesting documentary about. I can't remember. It should be called Medigans or something, but it's not.
Yeah. So we all have these cultural differences, but similarities. It's interesting. So you have your cultures. You're living by your cultures, obviously.
Yeah.
And your dad obviously taught you well how to dress nice, how to speak.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. My son is the same way. I wouldn't have it any other way. There's not anything else is unacceptable.
Your son's in college, no?
Yeah, he just graduated now, TCNJ. So yeah, you don't know. We have to. Your father's the same way I am with you, as I was with my son.
Yeah,
as I am with my son. It's you have to do it. You have to push these values, these respect. You got to be respectable. You got to be a gentleman, basically.
Gentleman, yeah, exactly.
Look how well you dress.
So
when I'm looking at you, I'm looking at my son. He dresses nice. He goes out. He makes sure.
I'm gonna go out after this. Don't worry.
Some people have to remind their kid to dress a certain way because we're going to a certain place. You know what I have done?
To a funeral, you gotta go to Joseph A. Banks again.
Nope. I stopped doing it, and I just wait, and I see when he shows up.
Yeah. If it's okay, shut up, and then
we're good. The job is done. He shows up. He looks right for the occasion that we are at, and that's what it is.
There you go.
And that's what it is, and it's a big thing. It's a big thing. So yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, anything else you want to touch on as far as this stuff, or
that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's interesting talking about the both cultures, I guess.
I love it.
Puerto Rican and Italian share a lot of values, and people think I found 12. This is true. I've met 11 or 12, I think. Half Puerto Rican, half Italian women, girls.
The best. Wow.
And they're the prettiest girls ever. One of them wasn't, but 11 out of 12 were pretty. One was not as that pretty. But anyway, so they exist out there. But the cultures are very similar, and also a lot of times it's because Spanish Harlem and Italian Harlem were not each other.
Right there.
I mean, you ever seen a Bronx Tale? There's a lot of
it's all mixed in. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you have black Italian, half black, half Italian, all those.
Yeah.
Because in
New York City,
the patio in Harlem, it was full of Lower Manhattan was full of these different neighborhoods, ethnic neighborhoods. So yeah, it's interesting to talk about the Italian stuff, the Puerto Rican stuff, everything, and I can easily assimilate into whatever we're talking about. It's Italian, Puerto Rican, anything. So
your father went upstate from the Bronx.
Yeah,
and that's where it's at.
That's where we're at, Saratoga. You ever been to Saratoga?
Yeah, no, I never been there. Wow. Upstate, the farthest I've been, I don't know.
Poughkeepsie, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
People from the city consider upstate men like.
I am a creature of this whole city environment.
Yeah.
I'm not a breakout guy. It's just not me. I
Totally
don't know.
understandable. Yeah, I mean, I was bringing it, so yeah, I didn't get to it. But Saratoga is it's a vacation town. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a very, but it's a
resort-
nice vacation town.
It's a resort type of place.
Yeah, well, because they have the racetrack, it's considered a vacation town. But like, so is the Hamptons. If you've ever been to the Hamptons, the people that live
Yeah.
there during the year are
Yes.
not very nice. They're like, I don't know. So it has a bad reputation. Let's say I don't want to insult anybody, but
No,
Saratoga is different from that. It's like during the whole year, even not during racing season. So we swell from 30,000 people to 70,000 people during the summer during
In
racing.
the summer.
Hey, Gerard, where are you at?
That's my man, Gerard,
Yeah,
the
you're
best.
against me, you, and Gianni. Let's go.
So you recognize all these names. You see all these names.
Yeah. I know these.
Gerard, Martha Fowler, Gianni,
Yeah.
obviously, Susan, Bill C. Bill C's a history buff, it looks like. So he's really
Yeah, he's the guy that Reto Barreterio.
Yeah, he asked that question. Yeah. The Catholic Church has a profound effect on all cultures. This is true.
True. He's Irish. There you go. Italians, Irish, Puerto Ricans. They all have something.
All Catholic, though.
All Catholic. You know, actually, I wanted to mention one fact before I go too. The first ever Catholic church that was officially sanctioned by the Vatican was in Puerto Rico, and I'm going there tomorrow actually, and I'm going to film.
Really?
1504. It was 10 years after Columbus arrived here. The first Catholic church was built. San Juan Bautista, just St. John the Baptist. 1504, the oldest Catholic church in the entire Western Hemisphere, all of North and South America. It's the oldest, two oldest. They have the two oldest. They're here, right in the neighborhood in San Juan, Old San Juan.
Where you are, yeah. You're in San Juan now?
Yeah, I'm in Condado, so like there's different neighborhoods in San Juan, but Old San Juan, Viejo San Juan is a very touristy area, and
Yeah,
so it's
I
here.
know. Yep,
And,
Old
yeah.
San Juan and so on. There's two
Yeah,
different
Viejo
things.
San Juan. So that's where the churches are. I believe they're both in Viejo San Juan. It would make sense because
Yeah. So is it predominantly? Me and my daughter are planning to move back home to New Jersey. So Latin Butterfly is Puerto Rican
Oh yeah,
from the Bronx, and New Jersey. She's been everywhere. So
New Jersey.
is John the Baptist still standing? Gerard asked.
Yes. San Juan Bautista is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Wow, I love it. I love this. What a great conversation we
I
had.
had a
Man.
great grandfather or something. I believe I did the ancestry, the Italian side named Gian Battista, like Johnny Battista.
Yeah.
Like they would come like Gian Battista is how you would say it in Italian. Gian Battista.
See, look at this. This is the love you get here, my man. I love you.
Hey, best of luck to you too, Lucy.
This is what you get over here. Is it predominantly Catholic? 90%? I mean, what
Puerto Rico,
is
it's all Catholic. I mean,
all?
yeah, I mean, not Puerto Ricans. In the States, there's a larger movement of evangelicals and stuff. But Puerto Rico, I don't know, 90%, something like that. But there's some evangelical movement, but historically and obviously culturally, even if they're not necessarily Catholic or practicing, culturally Catholic, if you know what I mean, it's still definitely a remnant from the old days of the people today. So yes, it's a Catholic. It's historically always been a Catholic place, but obviously
I can understand it, and I can understand why. I mean, you need that spiritual connection, and it's big. People lose that. Lose that, and it really is very, very important.
Yep. And people in places like this are a lot. You know, you'll see the same thing in like Naples or Sicily. They're a lot more religious here when they're poor, and all that stuff. And then when they move to the States, they're not so religious. They lose the spiritual connection a lot of times because, poor people or people that are in downtrodden areas, a lot of times they're a lot more religious for whatever reason. So that's an interesting phenomenon too.
No, it's actually, that's absolutely 100% correct. This is true. Because faith, okay, faith, it's just, you can go a lot of different ways with this. So faith,
whatever you want, Stiggs, you're driving.
Faith gives us the ability, and when you're wishing for a miracle and praying for a miracle, you're going to get disappointed.
Yeah.
You pray for strength and the ability to cope, and that is what gets lost. Yeah. God help me, God help me, God help me. God help me cope.
Yeah.
God help me deal. God, get me through this and keep my sanity. These are the things that get lost when you're not in touch with your faith. You lose the whole reason of faith. And just in my opinion, my humble opinion is that faith is a means of coping. And
Yeah.
I've learned it. I think I've mastered it in my life because I've been through a ton of shit.
Yeah.
And I never asked for a light at the end of the tunnel. I always prayed for the ability. I lit a candle for coping, not for miracles, because you don't want to be disappointed when the miracle don't come through.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
ignorant to do that. It's ignorant to do that.
Yeah.
Faith. And that's what gets lost in religion. Faith and faith.
And the work.
What is going to be is going to be. Modern medicine can only do so much.
Oh yeah.
You can't defy. You just can't defy. So you get let down when you ask for a miracle. Just hope for a miracle. Pray for the ability to cope.
Yeah,
That's it.
prayer.
That's Catholicism. That's a lot of different things.
It's a lot of things. Yeah, Catholicism puts the confession and the works and all that. It's a little more complicated, but the basics, 100%. I'm with you.
But it helps you. It helps us
100%. Yeah.
if you understand the reason behind religion.
Yeah.
And that's what's not taught, and that's what gets lost.
Yeah. Definitely.
But you have it. Obviously, you have it. You know it.
100%.
As a young man, you know it.
In my backpack, I have a red leather Catholic prayer book.
See, you got it. You're good. Danny's gonna hit it big one day. Look at that. I love it. Oh my God.
Thank you, Nancy.
That's incredible.
Hit it big out. The lottery? That'd be nice.
That would be good. You got to play it to win it, though.
Yeah, I know.
All right, look. This is just one of many.
Yeah, thank you.
This is one of many times that we're gonna hang out.
All right,
We're gonna
let's do it again.
We'll do this more often. So real quick to recap, what happened in Puerto Rico with the elections last night is going in what direction?
Statehood. But again, it's complicated. That is just because the statehood party won doesn't mean that it's going to become a state. It just means they'll have a governor that's lobbying the U.S. government hard to become a state. That's what's the difference.
So the majority of the people want this to happen.
The majority, yes. That voted, at least.
You think it's a good thing in your heart?
In my heart, no. I don't know. No.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
No.
It's so hard because there's so many different variables involved.
I don't believe in statehood for one reason. I'll mention it because of loss of culture. We were just talking about culture and faith and all this. If we become Hawaii, look at what Hawaii is. Hawaii used to have the Japanese or whatever, like Pacific type culture, and they lost it. They speak English. They have some of them speak whatever, but they lost it, right? Puerto Rico speaks Spanish. We speak Spanish. All the signs are in Spanish. You know. We have our own, tumbao and guyao and all these different slang words that we have. Amiplin means I don't care. Amiplin translates to literally nothing. It's a completely made up phrase. We have hanguear, which means to hang out. Like, quiere hanguear con me. Like,
I know. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You don't want to.
You
don't want to lose that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm against it. That's the basic reason. You don't want to lose a culture.
But is there benefits, or is there
there's benefits of having a voice in Congress. I mean, the biggest benefit having to be able to vote for president, and you can have 2 senators and a Congress.
Very interesting. Wow, it could go so many different ways. But it's not a one. It's a one way or nothing. Once you become part of this, it's a totally different situation. Now they pay federal tax there and everything, like we.
Not income tax.
So there's no income tax. Is there a federal tax?
Move to Puerto Rico. Yeah, a lot of people move to Puerto Rico and they live here for like 6 months and 1 day so that they can be residents, so they don't have to pay income tax. And then, a lot of companies move down here too. A lot of pharmaceutical companies move down here so that they don't have to pay federal income tax on there.
Yeah, I don't want to miss. There's a couple more things real quick. I don't want to forget. What is the main mode of employment down there? Is it a retail area? Is it a manufacturing area? What is it?
The tourist industry is the biggest industry.
Tourist is the biggest thing.
Yeah, restaurant, service, hotels, everything like that. Yeah, it used to be coffee and tobacco and all that. Now it's not agricultural anymore, but yeah, it's the tourist industry. Yeah,
it's all tourist related.
The most of the people are employed.
So it's retail. It's more retail than anything.
Yeah, service industry.
Service,
retail, it's all connected. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. So
and it's been good. The tourism has been good.
The tourism is good, but the problem is the hurricanes and the black. I mean,
it's bad.
Maria happened in 2017. I want to say.
That was a bad one. That was a real bad.
Very bad, and it set this place back many years. and they lost the governor because he was so corrupt. They lost this mayor, and everything. A bunch of stuff happened politically after it, but the main thing was, it took years for people to get their power back. We were it's weed. Yes, they smoke weed everywhere. They smoke cigars, weed. There's smoke everywhere.
You never know the question.
Stony Tony, what? It's in the name, no? Stony
In the
Tony.
name.
It's in the name. What do you expect?
Only here you're gonna
Weed's legal everywhere. It's federally legal.
everywhere.
It can be criminalized.
Oh, I can't. Oh my God. All right, Danny, listen.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, so everybody, if you want to see the podcast, it's Vida Latina Podcast, I believe I want to make sure.
I have it right here. Listen, hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. Give me a minute here. Let me do something.
Wait,
here.
the name of the actual I want to get the @ of
Just
the,
hold on, Danny. Hold on. Don't go anywhere yet. I'm
All
going
right.
to do something here.
Thank you.
I'm going to show a little clip of it. I got it right in front of me, my man. I got you covered.
All right. There you go.
Okay, look at our boy Danny right here. Just check this out. This is Danny with his pop, all right? We're going to put it right up here for a minute. There we go.
Yeah, just play the beginning.
Police car with the sirens blaring at a high rate of speed.
Let me move up a little bit in here. Hold on.
And they begin
Boys in
to
Blue. Instant Consultants. Elevate your
That's an
business.
PD.
I just want them to see a little bit how you guys conversate.
The beginning is like the clip,
Yeah.
murders. And I decided, well, it was about time for me to look for greener pastures. And
So there
it
is
just so
Danny and
happened
his
at
pop
that
right
time
there.
that, there was discussion
And
among,
above my head, you see the guy
the
above my head. It looks like
political,
maybe an old Italian
circles
guy or
in New
something.
York
That's
City,
Albizu Campos, the head of
there
the
was a
father of the
need in
nationalist
upstate New
movement.
York for Latinos to come in and be part of the
So that's the
decision-making
setup there,
process that
guys.
was taking place in the state
Setup, yeah.
capitol.
At Brightside Studios.
And by that, I mean,
All right, I'm going to pause it. And that is in my, hold on. That is in my community tab today. I put it there.
Thank
And
you.
right there, look, Christopher Toro dropped it for us. So,
There we go. Thank
so
you. I
please go
appreciate it.
sub over there. You're going to see
So
different
let's see
things
that
coming
upstate.
up.
Oh yeah, a lot of different things. The main scope of the podcast is going to be mainly my dad interviewing all the people that he knows, businessmen, politicians, Lin-Manuel Miranda's dad. Who knows? Anybody could be interviewed, but it's going to be mainly him interviewing people and me more in like a producer kind of behind the scenes. But I'll be in the episodes, so I'll be kind of masterminding them hopefully.
Yeah.
So that's the
That
idea.
Butterfly has a comment there for you right there.
Puerto Rico needs a Taino language back in our culture. Yeah, so the Taino people, for people that don't know, Tainos are the native people. The reason I have darker skin is several reasons. Italians.
Okay.
Yes, Tainos were the natives that were wiped out.
Yes.
Some people still have a lot of Taino features. Some people don't. Depends. My dad's darker than me and has more features. But so Puerto Rico's they always say it's a mix of African, Taino, and Spanish, which is just my ethnic mix. My ancestry.
Wow, that's a great mix.
But it's different. It's different percentages. So, but
Yeah.
I came up like 85% European. The rest is
Really?
Everything else. Yeah, and the rest is
Wow, you did the whole thing.
Yeah, because you 100% you
Yeah.
pure-blooded Italians don't have to do
Yeah.
it because what's the point? It's just gonna say 100% of the time.
Yeah, there's no reason.
That's why
right?
I know so many of all my Italian family, they didn't do it because they know what they're from.
They know what they are, right?
Yeah. So, but for me, Puerto Ricans, I know what I am as well, but Puerto Ricans are different. They're a mix of different cultures. So
Yeah. It's nice to do it. It's good to know. It's interesting.
Well,
to say the least.
if they steal me and clone me or whatever, that's the concern. I get the concern about spitting in the thing and saying it's the government. I get it. It's understandable.
Yes.
But okay,
So tell us about Puerto Rico on your show. He'll be back
Yeah,
here,
he will.
Gerard. I'm sure him and his dad are going to do all different things over there. So
Yeah.
we're getting everybody to sub. We're going to build you up the best
Thank
we
you.
can.
I appreciate it so much, everybody.
We'll help you. We'll help
Grazie
you.
tutte. All right.
All right, Danny. Good talking to you.
Great talking to you, Six. Take
Blessings to you and your pop. Ciao.
care. God bless you too.
Yes. Bye. That's our boy, Danny Saratoga. He's such a good kid, man. He's such a good kid. When you can learn, you know what I mean, guys? When you can learn from somebody young that can assist us with the whole backstories of Puerto Rico, and there's so much to learn in this world that we are missing. Now, look, guys, over here, we do a whole bunch of things. We do all kinds of things over here. You never know what you're going to get at the social club. Spoke to Danny yesterday. We spoke about doing the show. We met through Joey. Yeah, we met. He graduated. I think he just graduated when we were on Skinny Show together. Yeah. Yep. Stiggs, please do more of these shows. Fancy Nancy, I'm going to be honest with you. The amount of people that want to come on, Fancy Nancy, shame on me. I am not an interviewer. I am a conversationalist. So I enjoy talking to people. There's a list of people that want to come on, Fancy Nancy, and the names will probably blow your mind. I'm a little hesitant, and I don't know why I don't go that route. I don't know why I don't go. I'm sure that I can do it. I'm sure that I can pull it off. Listen, people have said to me, come out to New York, come into our studio. Let's do a podcast out here. We'll set you up. We'll produce your show. Come on, let's do it. Come on out to Manhattan. Let's do it. I'm just me. I'm just this guy, and I'm keeping it very small. Patty Daly, I'm just keeping it very small. I love this group. I don't want to break out of this group. So if I can help somebody grow, I'm not an interviewer, though. Yes, the wind downs, of course. Not the mornings, of course. Tommy, you have the gift of gab. Just interview people and throw a question here and there. So did you feel like that me and Danny were interviewing, or we were just throwing questions, just talking? Would you feel that we were just talking? Don't sell yourself short. Can't hold your own. You can hold your own. I know. We need to pop the cherry. We can't. You're just conversing. And I think that's what is it was a chat, right, Stony Tony? That's what I enjoy doing, guys. Yeah, Patty Daly, you know what I'm saying. Talking, it was great. That wasn't an interview. That was a sit down. Yes, Johnny, and that's how I look at it. You and Danny just talking was great. Well, thank you, Martha. That's what I kind of do with everybody here. You saw when I had Snuff and Joey on. We just talked. Now, other people would start doing interviews, asking questions, Susan, good comment. I was so looking forward to having Danny on. I love to learn, guys. And unfortunately, Latin Butterfly, here's the unfortunate thing. He was engaging in yourself. Here's what I did to myself. I cheated myself of learning anything in school. And AOV will tell you that. I was not in the classroom. I cheated myself out of an education. Running around the streets, having fun, chasing skirts, whatever it was. And I learned absolutely nothing in school. Zero, nothing. I learned nothing in school at all. Zero. So now I am I'm in my 50s, right? Approaching the next set of 50s, right? And I'm learning things now. Now, when you can talk to somebody like that and get it in a simple, kind of simple, and especially somebody from Puerto Rico, there's nobody on this internet that can give us what we're going to get from Danny and his dad. Because they are gentlemen. They don't come on here yelling and screaming, and they're not in drama. They are gentlemen from Puerto Rico. You can't divert them. You can't trigger them. They're gentlemen. Danny's father's from the South Bronx. He's Puerto Rican. He educated. He made sure his son was educated. And now we will get, Fancy Nancy. Now, Patty Daly, we finally found someone that we could dig into the Puerto Rican culture and have a great conversation and have Danny come back anytime we want. Maybe in 2 weeks, Danny will come back. Maybe you'll see me and Danny at Skinny's show, at Joey's show. I don't know. The conversation went well because you spoke to each other, didn't type to each other. Everything gets, yes, sure. 20-something dressed in a suit. Fancy Nancy, I see Thomas in him. I see Thomas in Danny. It makes me feel great to see that. Okay, Bill C., you have a good night. Took a Xanax an hour ago. What? I did poorly in grammar. So God bless you. Yes. As you can see, I took no notes. I took no notes. No real preparation. Tony the Night Owl. No real preparation. Just let's do it. I just said let's do it, and we did it. Hold on. The bad news is coming through left and right. Yeah. Chasing skirts. That was me. That was me. That was me chasing skirts. 100%. Yes, 100%. You guys are incredible, man. What a group we got here. What a group we got here. Yes, we are incredible here, guys. We are absolutely amazing here. Come on. Yes. 100%. We got an amazing group over here. Where did Danny go? Danny left. Danny went to be with his pop. He's with his pop over here. Never too late to learn. Let me take a cheese and cracker break. Let's go with a little Dean Martin for a quick minute here. I got a mangiata a little bit before I get off. I'm coming back in 2 seconds, and we're going to talk a little bit more than that. Yeah. Yep. So what else we got going on, guys? What else we got going on, guys? Your kid is sick again, Gianni? Ay, ay, ay. Prayers. Were we streaming nicely tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Were we streaming good? Were we streaming nice? The best of music, right, Toro? You guys had great questions. Cash only at the Belmont. Wait, what's today? Oh, Jimmy's bartending. Jimmy's bartending at the Belmont. I should go there. I should go to the Belmont right now, actually. You know what? I may go get a little. I may go for the Gavadil and the ricotta tonight. I think I'm gonna and the shrimp beeps. I think I'm gonna go for the peppers and potatoes. I think I'm gonna go over to the Belmont. Maybe I'll go. Huh? You see? You see what you guys do to me? You're a bad influence. What city is the Belmont in? What do you know about the Belmont Tavern, you guys, anyway? Just a bug. It'll be fine. Yes, of course. Optimism. Optimism. Yes. Belleville. You know what? I may run over to the Belmont. I may run over to the Belmont. No, it's Belleville. It's Belleville. Well, hold on a minute. Let's check this out here. Should we call the Belmont? Should we call the Belmont? Let's call the Belmont. Let's call the Belmont. Let's call the Belmont Tavern. Watch this. I'm going to call the bartender at the... Are you still here right now? Sigi, are you still here? Huh? He's going to say, you never come in. Bring Skinny in. Is Detroit Sigi still here? Or no? No, I'm not calling. I'm not going to call. Jimmy's working. I'm not bothering Jimmy right now. Joey Perna might be there tonight. Little Joey might be there tonight. Probably. Joey's probably there tonight. Cuz, are you watching, Joey? You out there? I'm going to guess Joey Perna's there tonight. Little Joe is there. Jimmy's bartending. A few guys are hanging around. Yeah, that's what's going on. No, it's very small, Gerard. The Belmont Tavern's very small. But big guys hang out there. 100%. Yes, 100%. Big guys hang out there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now, hold on a minute. Gerard, I got a question for you because this came up the other day. I was talking to a family member of Frankie Valli and asked her what are his favorite songs. Do you think Beggin' is one of Frankie Valli's best songs for Frankie Valli? Would you say Beggin' is one of those? Now I went to see Jersey Boys the other day. It was incredible. It was tremendous. Beggin' is one of his best songs. I'm gonna do a show, Gerard, going over the story of every Frankie Valli song that was in Jersey Boys, and I'm gonna give you the backstory because I can basically, my eyes adored you, yes, because I can basically put together the story for every song that you'll see in Jersey Boys. I can give you the backstory of what happened in his life. Yes, you need to learn? Well, we're going to do that. We're going to do that, Siggy. That's what we're going to do for Gerard. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up, guys. We had a nice visit from Puerto Rico. That was tremendous, Danny. If you're still here, thank you for coming on. We do appreciate you. You're a fine young man. Your pop did well. I'm proud to see this. Can a young man, is it typical that you're going to get a young man like that come up here, speak like that, like a gentleman, not spewing nonsense, no garbage, not triggered, not yelling? We get some history finally from Puerto Rico. From the South Bronx to Albany, New York to Puerto Rico. You're going to get that right here at the Social Club. This is what you're going to get here. There's a video on the Belmont Tavern. Is that so, Gerard? Wow. Yes, I can give you all the history. I'm going to pick a month to do Frankie Valli. I could do half November, but December we go into Frank Sinatra month. So December we start over again. Do you guys remember Frank Sinatra month? You were any of you here for Frank Sinatra month last year or no? Maybe you weren't. Danny's the best. Gerard, he's got to go to law school. Yep. He taught us good things about Puerto Rico tonight. Yes. Cash only, 100%. So some of you remember last year we did Frank Sinatra month, December. We're going to do it again this year. So some of you have been around that long. Were any of who here? Yeah. Not everybody. We got some new people, I think, Gianni. Maybe not tonight, but we have new people. All right, look. We're going to go out with this lovely song. Speaking of ginger, my dad used to boil fresh ginger. Oh, interesting. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my... Oh, my God. That is a great one. So what is the number one song, Frankie Valli? Give me one. Come on. Give me one. I got one picked out, but you give me what your favorites are. Come on. Your favorite Frankie Valli song. Let me see what you got here. Let me see what the consensus is. Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple of true. Yeah. Yes, Johnny. Can't Take My Eyes Off of You is a good one. Yeah, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Let's see if we can find something here, what we can do here. Let's see if we can find it here without getting a copyright. Because it is a great one. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can pull this off here. Huh. Wow, we can't do that one. Hold on, give me a second. I got you covered, guys. I think it is a great one. 1,000%. Uh-huh. See, here's what's funny. Here, let me see here. Wow, let's see if we can do this here. Give me a minute. Let me work. Let me do what I do here. Let me do what I do here, guys. Give me a second. Wow, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You have the guys that have no idea what I'm going through right now. Wow. This is interesting, man. This is very interesting. All right, let's see if we can get this one. Okay, we're going to try something here, guys. We're going to give this a shot here. We're going out with this right here. We're going to listen, guys. If we get blocked, we get blocked. We're going to go with it. We're going to give it a shot, guys. We're going out with this jam right here. Let's see if we can pull this off. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to give it a shot here. Let's see what happens, guys.